If you're a true Liverpool fan, subscribe to Anfield Signal. Liverpool told why Arne Slot should not be fired despite $670 million summer spending. Arne Slot has faced plenty of criticism this season amid Liverpool's disappointing Premier League campaign, but he should not be fired, according to a fellow Dutchman and ex-Real Madrid star Rafael van der Vaart. One of Arne Slot's compatriots has backed the Liverpool head coach to turn things around at Anfield after a difficult 2025-26 season. The Reds currently find themselves in 6th position in the Premier League, and face a fight to secure the top 5 finish that will almost certainly be enough to secure a place in next season's Champions League. 12 months ago, Liverpool was cruising to the Premier League title, and Slot was being praised for building on the work that Jurgen Klopp had done at Anfield. However, with things not going to plan this time around, questions have been raised over whether Slot has the capacity to get Liverpool back on track. Former Real Madrid and Tottenham star Rafael van der Vaart, though, is backing his fellow Dutchman to prove his doubters wrong. Arne Slot is the man that can turn things around at Liverpool, I believe this 100%, van der Vaart told Sky Bet. Spending £500 million in the summer gives you no guarantee that the team is going to be better, and we've seen this. You have to remember that when Liverpool were winning, a lot of the time it was a goal in the last minute. Football is sometimes a game of luck, and now they're in a phase where the luck is not on their side. I really hope that Liverpool stay calm and keep Slot because he can turn it around. Liverpool has improved in recent times and goes into this weekend's game against Nottingham Forest off the back of 4 wins in the last 5 games in all competitions. Explaining the team's upturn in form during a press conference on Thursday, Slot said, "Now, compared to a few weeks ago, I don't think a lot has changed. I think from the last 19 games, we've lost twice and twice we've lost in added time and, in my opinion, twice we did not deserve to lose both of those games. We didn't need yesterday, Arsenal's draw at Wolves, to know how difficult it is to win a Premier League game. We've experienced this season already a lot of times, and I think all the teams experienced this. That's what made the Premier League nicer this season and last season, that it's much more competitive than probably 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago. We've improved compared to 3 or 4 months ago. I would even include the Bournemouth game, that Liverpool lost 3-2, because, apart from the goals we conceded, we had total control with dominance, we had a lot of chances, and the same could be said in the second half about Manchester City. We're in a much better place now than we were months ago, and there are 2 very simple reasons for that. There are more reasons, but the most simple 2 are how fit we are now compared with 3 or 4 months ago, and the second one is that we are much better in set pieces at the moment." Ange Postecoglou opens up on Liverpool obsession and special Anfield moment. Ange Postecoglou has previously spoken about his love for Liverpool when he was growing up, and he's now revealed just how deep his love for the club ran. Former Tottenham and Nottingham Forest manager Ange Postecoglou has recalled how he was obsessed with Liverpool when he was growing up. The Australian, who was fired from Premier League jobs twice in 2026, previously revealed he was a big Liverpool supporter, and he addressed his childhood Reds fanaticism in an appearance on the latest Stick to Football podcast. "I was Liverpool mad, I was Liverpool obsessed," Postecoglou said. "When Kenny came in '77, it went to another level for me. I became totally obsessed with him, and my dad loved him. He was just a special player. He wasn't that quick or strong, but he had that bit of magic. My dad passed away 8 years ago when I was in Japan, before I came to the Premier League. When I was at Tottenham, the first year we played at Anfield, I went for a walk around the pitch. I wanted to walk through the tunnel, beneath the sign, for my dad. Then I heard 'Hey Ange,' and it was Sir Kenny. He started talking to me about Celtic, and it was like I was 6 years old again. I was talking to him about a few things, and then he said, 'I hope you lose today.' People call it a coincidence or divine intervention." Postecoglou has spoken about his love for Liverpool on numerous occasions in the past, and ahead of his first game against Liverpool after being appointed Tottenham's manager in 2023, he explained why he supports the Merseyside club. "Well, it was the 70s, so you kind of went one of 2 ways, seeing that they only used to show Liverpool or Man U at the time," Postecoglou said. "A couple of my best mates went for Man U, so I went the other way to keep it interesting. Yeah, but you know, you grow up and things change. I used to love Happy Days back then too, and I don't have posters of Fonzie on my wall either. It's just the way life is. Look, like any kid, I had the posters up on my wall, and Liverpool was my team." Postecoglou was briefly linked with the Liverpool job after Jurgen Klopp communicated that he would be stepping down from the role 2 years ago. At the time, Postecoglou's stock was high, but he has since been fired by both Tottenham and Nottingham Forest, and is currently out of a job. Jermaine Pennant doubles down on John Terry Virgil van Dijk debate with a listen example. Jermaine Pennant is of the view that Virgil van Dijk is the best defender in Premier League history, and his comments earlier this week prompted a response from John Terry. Jermaine Pennant has doubled down on his view that Virgil van Dijk is the best defender in Premier League history. Pennant's comments earlier this week caused a stir when he suggested that Van Dijk's longevity contributes to him being the #1 Premier League centre-back of all time. Look at the age of Van Dijk now, he's 34, Pennant said. At 34, Rio Ferdinand was at Queen's Park Rangers, while Van Dijk is at Liverpool playing competitive football, playing Champions League and still scoring. Do you know how many Premier League games John Terry played at 34? He was in the under-21s. Terry is a legend, but if you're saying as a defender 1v1, who would I want to run up against, I'd say John Terry every day of the week. I mean, since when did he come second in the Ballon d'Or? Terry issued a response, urging Pennant to check his fact as the former England captain pointed out that he played in all 38 of Chelsea's top-flight games during the 2014-15 season, the season he turned 34 years old, as the Stamford Bridge club won the Premier League. This is a debate that everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but Pens, when you're on the radio and you're giving your opinion, you have to get the stats right, Terry said. There's only one person who has got the most goals as a defender in Premier League history, and that's me. I also have the most clean sheets in history, and if you're comparing myself and Virgil, then I have more trophies than him as well. Also, you brought up a really good point. At the age of 34, in the season of 2014-15, I played every single minute of every game for Chelsea, winning the league in that season with Mourinho as our manager. So guys, this is over to you. I love the debate, I love being amongst it, I'm really proud of what I've done in the Premier League, but it's clearly over to you guys to settle the debate. I'm just happy to be amongst it. Pennant has now responded to Terry's repost, overlooking his original factual error, but sticking to his belief that Van Dijk is at the top of the pile. I ain't got JT's cabinet, so I can't find my Community Shield medals or my FA Cup runners-up medals either, Pennant said. This, Champions League runners-up medal, is my retaliation. Listen, let's get something straight here. JT, one of England's greatest centre-backs without shadow of a doubt, but my argument is that it's not about what you've won in your career. We're not talking about who's won what in what career. Yes, he's won more trophies, Scott Carson's won 4 Premier League titles and the Champions League. Does it make him better than Alisson?